Hi, this is Girl Talk with Sally Axel, and I am your host, Sally Axel. Well, that's my name. Today, we have the most amazing guest and very, very special person to me. We have a sexual empowerment coach. Yes, that's right. We're going to get dirty and talk all kinky, all sexual stuff. Why are you laughing already? This isn't funny. I haven't even introduced you. She's already going for it. The amazing Jordan Annabel. Yay! Come on then, girl. How are you?
I am so excited to be here.
Oh my God.
I'm honestly so excited. I don't even know where to start. I feel like you need to start firing questions at me and then I can get going.
Well, just to put a little bit of like back history. Jordan is one of my friends anyway. I met you in when?
Years ago.
Years and years ago. I think it was on the gay scene in Leeds. I think we might have snogged.
Yes!
We did.
Because we've got the picture to prove it. And I was like, Sally, I've got this picture of you when you didn't actually know my name.
I think, yeah. But yeah, so Jordan is living in Bali at the moment, and Jordan is a sexual
empowerment coach.
I call her a sex therapist. That's
yeah, everybody's like, you're just a sex coach. You literally just talk about sex all the time, which I do. But there's a lot more to it.
So what made you get into being a sex coach?
So, you know me, but for the benefit of the podcast.
You are very sexual.
A very sexual person, very alpha, very take control of situations, very business boss bitch mode. And going to Bali for me was more, let's recenter, let's go a bit more spiritual. Let's try and be celibate.
Yeah, you were trying to be celibate?
Try. I've been celibate for the past 5 months.
Who the fuck would want to do that? I honestly...
Not me to start with, Jesus.
I have to play with myself at least once a day, honestly. There's no way.
That's really healthy. I'm very proud of you for that.
Oh my, I have a very healthy flow.
You know, it adds like so many years onto your life.
Do you know if I'm ever stressed, I just get my vibrator out and I literally just play. Because I just think, oh my God, this is too much of a stressful day. I'm like, you're like, this is my meditation. Literally.
So for me, it was more, okay, let's take a step back.
Yeah.
And recenter, which sounds very spiritual. It is very spiritual. But I didn't think that I'd tap into this industry. I thought, I've sold sex toys for the last 2 years.
Yeah, so Jordan...
Very on the low.
Jordan sells sex toys. You don't really put much on your Instagram or
No,
anything.
because of the other businesses. I don't want it to have an impact. I want it to be completely separate. And yeah, I just thought there's so much more to life and sex is never going to die. It's an industry that is continuous.
Well, I'm very happy about that because honestly, it's my favourite thing to do. I think it's my favourite hobby.
I think it's mine. Feel deprived.
Yeah, and being single and loving sex is really, really hard because people, especially if you like sleep with someone for the first time, are usually shit. I find people, and so I'm just like not interested whatsoever.
So this is a massive thing for me, the communication between couples, partners, a group sex thing, whoever, wherever, whatever you're doing. Communication has to be the forefront of everything. And because I was so alpha, you're very alpha, you take control of situations, it was very hard for me to give myself to somebody else sexually.
Yeah.
I'd take control, I'd make the decisions, I'd invite people in, it was me, and it was very selfish. Whereas now...
You could be submissive now. Can you be submissive?
No. I'm not on a submissive level during the bedroom, maybe, yeah. But if it's my choice, which is not very submissive, is it?
No.
But I just needed a full switch up, Sal. And I think mentally as well for me, it was more my mental health was struggling because I was so controlling in sexual relationships.
So, okay, but getting back to Bali, we need to know where the journey started. So we're going to get back to Bali. You went to Bali, you've come away from England, a really fast-paced work, you've run businesses. She runs very successful businesses in England and all over the world. And then you've gone to Bali, a spiritual hub.
Yes.
And you are finding yourself and you're realising you're sexually dominant and it's a problem within you. And what happened to make you decide to turn into a sex coach?
So they dig deep. deep. You literally dig into Pandora's box. We've all got secrets. We've all got things we never want to relive. very much so me.
And me.
And they literally peel you back like an onion, layer by layer. And everything for me goes back to my sexual experiences from being so young.
Okay.
So I was working with healers, I was working with different people, and that's what Bali is. And then somebody said, have you not had a yoni cleanse?
Okay.
So I was like, what's a yoni cleanse? I don't understand. And yoni is your vagina.
Oh, your yoni.
Your yoni.
So I need to look after the yoni.
Yes. So a woman stores all her sexual trauma within her hips, the base of her back, all within your ovaries.
So is that like your chakras?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Well done.
Thank you.
So I had a lot of trauma there, and I've always had this back pain, this hip like dysfunction, my physio called it. And I thought, well, what better place to study it than Bali? So I started going to this therapist in Bali, and she was like, right, we need to cleanse your whole yoni.
Your yoni?
I basically paid £300 to get fisted with a crystal. And I'm not even exaggerating. It was the most traumatic experience of my life.
Can we
take it back?
Can we take it back?
Fisted with a crystal.
Can we? And never in my life would I ever think I would hear the words fisted with a crystal. So what actually happened, rather than me, I'm imagining it, and I'm just imagining.
So it was very spiritual when I went in.
Yeah, I bet it was.
No, the room seemed chill. Everything seemed chill. We like open with prayer.
Is there other people in the room?
No, just you and her.
She's got a good job. Can I talk?
She was very beautiful as well, which was an issue for me, because when I walked in, I thought, fuck, she's sexy. This is not going to work.
And people pay for this? How much?
£300 per session.
£300 per fisting?
Per fisting, which is not what I thought I was going for.
What did you think was going to happen?
I thought she was going to cleanse me and like splash water on me. So for the first 2 hours, you sit over a bowl, which has basically got herbs in it, leaves.
With knickers on?
No.
Oh.
You're naked. I was naked. So
I did not expect this to
honestly,
turn into this.
You need to Google it.
It
is a serious thing
Okay.
that people like do often. We could go and do it now.
Well, I mean,
so
you could,
cleanse
but in
yourself.
Liverpool, I'd be concerned if he's fisting me with a crystal.
So you literally sit over this ball in squat position. Well, it's a comfortable chair. It's like a saddle.
Okay.
And these fumes cleanse your...
What's it called again?
Nunny.
It's called a funny name. What is it?
Yoni.
A yoni.
Your yoni. So that happened. And then all I was sat there thinking was, I'm going to get thrush after this. Like, this is not going to be enjoyable for me. What am I doing?
What is this? How have I got to this stage in my life where I'm sitting on a saddle with
29
herbs?
years old and I'm hovering over a ball. Anyway, so then we started... Once that was finished and she felt like my energy was clearing, we laid on a bed. Sounds like a porno. We laid on a bed and she got on top of me. She then put a blindfold on top of me, which was weighted. So you know, like normally you can like wiggle it up and you can push it up so you can see what's going on.
Yeah.
No, hon. No wiggling, no pushing it up. It was weighted. And I was like, I can't say her name, but I was like, I don't feel comfortable with this. Like, I can't relax. I can't see you. And she was like, trust me. I thought, well, I can't see you.
Was she English or was she from Bali?
She's from Jersey. But she lives in Bali and has done for a very long time. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Anyway, so then she's working her way up my body. And I was feeling different things and like bringing in different... Have you seen the Friends episode where she like gives a massage with the wooden spoon?
No.
That's what I felt like she was doing to me.
Okay.
So I was thinking, okay, it feels weird. And she was like, you can feel pain, yeah? And I was like, yeah, pain there, pain there, pain there. She was like, all sexual trauma all over. It's trapped within your body.
Oh, God.
So she went to the top of my head. And have you had like a cleanse where they blow into the top of your head?
No. I don't know. Do they offer these around here? I don't know.
I don't know if I'm doing it justice, you know. But... she blew into the top of my head, and I'm not kidding, it felt like something came out the bottom of my feet.
Wow.
It felt like a gush. So I was like, okay, now I'm starting to relax. Then she was wiggling my knees all over, and she was like, relax, trying to open my knees. And I said, I can't relax. This is so uncomfortable. And then all of a sudden I relaxed because I thought, you paid for it, enjoy it, lay there, shut up. So I did. And then all the music started, and we were getting into the flow, and then the meditation and the breath work. And it honestly changed my... I'll get to the fisting bit in a minute. But it honestly changed my life. Like, I slept for solid 16 hours afterwards.
Okay.
Did not wake up once, and she said that would happen. And then as I was laid there, different things started coming into the mix. So it was like touching, but it wasn't in a sexual way. Like, I can't describe it. It wasn't sexual in any way.
Care and healing.
Yes. And I think once I got out of that, she's literally trying to fuck me attitude to no, she's actually trying to cleanse me, I could then turn off. So then I accepted it for what it was.
I'm gonna start that occupation and
you're coming.
I'm definitely coming. I'm going to Bali actually soon. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, you are.
You're gonna take me.
I am.
We'll do a double couple session. A double fisting. Double-ended crystals.
Honestly, when I left it, I was like, guys, I'm not sure if that was meant to happen, but she literally...
Did she do it to your friends though? The same thing?
No one had been, and then no one dared go after I came back and said... It's a little bit open.
Whereabouts in Bali is this?
It's Brighton, Canggu.
So if you want to get fisted with a crystal, Canggu is your place.
Yeah.
What's it called? TripAdvisor. 5-star. 5-star review?
She's getting a 6.
So that is enlightened you, and then
so that kind of started my journey.
Wow.
So then I thought I could not do those things with crystals to other people, but I could seriously help other people.
Do you want to do that with me? To me with the crystal?
I mean, I will. I will. But
not on this channel though. No, not this one. Maybe another platform.
Yeah. But because I've always been in that market and always been interested in that industry.
And you have, yeah.
And being the way we are, there's no limits for us. We're very inquisitive people. We like to know. It's like the forbidden fruit.
You've always, since I've known you, been so openly sexual. And then when I first met Jordan, I wasn't as openly sexual as you. I was quite still, I'd just come out of a big relationship. I was very uptight still. I was like, oh, what will people think of me? Oh, I caring too much what people think. And you never did. And I always admired you for that because it was like, oh, this girl does not give a fucking shit. Like, really, you don't care.
No.
And being sexually free is so liberating. And I didn't realize that. Having ownership of your vagina is so liberating. Like, why do people think other people can judge when and how you use your own sexual organs? Like,
Absolutely.
It's fucking annoying. And once you get that liberating to the stage where you want to try out new sexual fantasies, you want to try it like parties and stuff like that, you become so...
Free.
And it becomes so less dirty.
Yes.
So the thought of it is so less dirty.
And I think that's it. It's such a taboo subject for so many people. And I just think... this is something you should be teaching your kids in school from a very young age and at home, like in that environment where it's safe.
Yeah.
And you feel secure and like all the funnies aside, I have a lot of sexual trauma within me from different experiences that I've had. And okay, I've put myself in a lot of those situations being this way, but I wish somebody had said, right, if this happens, that's not okay.
It's boundaries, learning boundaries.
And that is one thing I'd never had. I never had boundaries for myself. I never had boundaries with other people.
Me neither.
I was so, probably to the extremities of, oh, I'll do it, whatever, I'll do it. To then having to like reprogram my whole brain in Bali.
And with the boundaries thing, I think if you start at a young age and it's with unhealthy relationships and unhealthy sexual relationships, especially from a young age, I don't believe that really you're in the right age bracket to make good decisions.
Yes.
And boundaries are formed when relationships start. So if we took like speaking to girls in the ages of 13, 14 when they're getting into more higher, bigger relationships, trying out sexuality and stuff, and taught them boundaries back then, it'll form better communication for their future relationships.
Absolutely.
And it's so important because this is back in the days when we were younger, and I'm a bit older than you, I'm 35, but people did things without any consequence. So like you would go out on a Friday night and if you slept with somebody or if you did something, it wasn't like we was getting filmed or anything put on the internet. It was without consequence.
It was a lot safer, wasn't it? A lot more private.
It was more private, not safer.
Yeah.
I don't think it was safer because of the fact that people didn't hold responsibility for it. Because say when we were younger, things happened to young girls and there would be no one held accountable for it. Whereas people wouldn't want things put online now.
Yeah, so they're a lot more wary, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, talking about trauma from being a child. Do you think that has made you very sexually free as an adult?
Yeah, and this is something that I didn't realise the impacts of generational trauma. So digging deep with all these healers and therapists, it actually came from being really young and seeing people around me accept situations and push them under the rug and no, don't say anything. You just get on with it. It's not a big issue. Don't make it one. Kind of formed the way I grew up and the way my mentality went.
Yeah.
So then what I kind of lacked, I don't want to say at home because I had an amazing upbringing, but what I kind of lacked love-wise from males, I now kind of went the opposite end and looked for it in other relationships.
So are your mum and dad still together?
Yeah, very much so.
Had
very in love.
You've had a lot of male like leadership in your life.
Yeah, very much so. And I think that is kind of, I've got daddy issues and I am not afraid to say it.
No,
I compare everyone to my dad, which is probably a little bit weird. But they say, don't they, that you end up going for somebody like your dad.
Well, I didn't really get brought up by my dad, so I could go with anyone really.
Because I haven't got a clue
what he's like. Anyone's my daddy. Will you be my daddy?
Oh, for God's sake.
Please be my daddy.
Please. Someone.
I don't want to work anymore. Please be my daddy.
Literally. But I compare everyone to my dad. He's a alpha.
Yeah.
You know when he's walked into a room, he takes control of situations, he makes decisions. I'm sat with him in board meetings and I just think, wow, like you are the definition of a man.
So you think you've got too high expectations now?
Yeah, like he's always been the provider and I want a relationship like my mum and dad have got, and that is so unsought after now. Like, people are just willy-nilly dipping it, doing whatever they want.
But you, Jordan, are you like polyamorous relationships. So if you don't know what polyamorous relationship, am I saying that right? Polyamorous?
Yes, polyamorous.
Polyamorous, which I went out with someone who was polyamorous and I got so fucking jealous and I nearly killed them. But I'm more mature now.
I think everybody knows that, Sally.
Yeah, I'm not good with the jealousy. But it does intrigue me, I think. So if you don't know what polyamorous relationship is, when someone goes out with somebody, but they're open to seeing other people if invited into that relationship. Go on, you explain it. Anyway, why am I explaining it?
So polygamy is you're in a relationship and you can have other relationships. Yeah. So you form like a family, they call it.
I like family, though.
I love a big family. I've always wanted a big family. So that forms like a family and you can all go on dates together. You can go on dates separate with whoever.
What about the sex life? Do you all shag each other, really?
Yeah, you can.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where are these families? No, I'm only joking. Too jealous, remember this.
But, see, you're too jealous. I thrive off jealousy.
Okay.
Like, I love that. Oh, you want him? Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Like, that sort of a mentality. Whereas, I went into polygamy right early on, and it was probably sprung upon me far too early into my sexual exploration. And now, looking back, I have quite a negative spin on it. But at the time, I loved it. Like, I thought it was amazing.
Yeah.
But I never felt enough for him. I never felt like I was enough, I could be enough. We could end all the other relationships and I would be that person for him. So I always tried to over-fulfill that role.
Do you still speak to him now?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you still have sex with him now?
Not right now because I'm celibate. But
until you went away.
It went on for years and years and years. And whenever another relationship failed, he was the one person I went back to.
I hate going back. You see, for me, if I've been there and I've done that and then we've argued, I don't really go back anymore.
See, that's really good.
I really form a line and that's kind of
Are you friends with your exes? Not. You've not really been friends with them.
Am I friends with even my friends that aren't my friends anymore? No. I just fuck people off. I'm like, literally now I'm at the point now, if someone does one thing wrong to me, I'm just like, no. I've got such high standards now and high boundaries that they're too high. They're probably too high because if someone just doesn't even like, I feel like even if they go, oh, what are you up to tonight? Do you want to chill? You don't want to chill? I want you to take me out on lavish dates. Chill.
Okay, maybe a little bit too high.
I'm like, no, delete. No, but I do understand that when you have like a relationship that you feel like you're not enough because they're bringing other people into it.
Yeah.
Because that must be hard on your self-esteem.
And it was non-stop. It was continuous all the time. Wherever we'd go, oh, do you like it?
Remember
do you
that
like
time when you invited me? I remember the time when you invited me
God,
to...
check what you're saying.
Okay, remember that time you invited me to that party and it was on Halloween? I think it was a footballers' party, was it?
Yes.
Can you remember? And it was the first time someone had invited me to kind of like a sexy party. And I remember it was before I'd ever been to one, and I've been to some now. And then I just turned my phone off.
No, I will tell you what happened. She bigged it up so big. She was like, I can't wait. This is my outfit. This is my outfit. Tried them on, took the pictures, told me she was on the train, and then turned her phone off.
I was scared. I was thinking I was going to get pounded by a football team. I was like, I can't do this.
You know what?
My vagina is not ready for this.
Looking back, you probably made the best decision not to
Did
go.
I was so ready. I was like, yes, she's inviting me to this sex party. I'm going to be fucking fit as fuck. It's Halloween. Literally pretended I was on a train.
You did.
I did.
You did,
I
you little bitch.
I wasn't on the train. I was scared.
You went home and got in bed.
I got in bed, yeah. I went straight back home. I thought, I don't think I'm ready for this.
But fair enough. Boundaries again. You've got to be okay with it. Yeah, you've got to be okay with it. And I think, and I wasn't offended in any way, shape or form. I was like, oh, Sally's not coming yet. Whatever, move on.
Move on. Next.
On next. But there's been many of parties and many amazing ones, many not so good ones. Oh my God, I need to just tell you this.
Go on.
I feel like we've already had the discussion.
All right, wait, let me get comfy for this so I can get involved. Go on.
When I went to Berlin.
Oh, go on.
So when I hit 27, I thought, right, I'm going to do this because I thought, I'm going to settle down after this. We might as well just have one last kick of the ball.
I'm literally kicking the balls.
Literally. And the clubs I went in, I mean, if you know about Berlin, you know about Berlin.
Were they all like proper dominatrixy ones? Though?
Oh, yeah, like to the extremities of kinks.
Okay, go on, tell me.
But you don't have to get involved.
No,
and that's what I love about sex parties, that you can just go and be an observer.
Yeah.
So one was amazing. So I like set my standards high. I was like, oh my God, the first day and this is it. Like, I'm so excited.
What did you do? Who did you sleep with, girls or boys?
Both.
Of course.
Never just one.
No.
But it was more of a free roaming, like there'd be orgies going off in the toilet. So if you wanted a wee, you had to join in to get to the toilet. Like it was very free and like not controlled. It was just like, someone's sucking someone's dick at the side. Like it was very relaxed. And then you walked into another room and you were in a rave. So like it was good. Then we went to another club the day after.
Oh God.
And I knew, you know, when you get the energy and you just think, no, it's not going to be a good vibe in here.
In the second club?
No.
That's when you know, like,
oh my God. And this is a thing. There needs to be a list of, right, are they tall? Are they dark? Are they blonde? Are they blue-eyed? Are they brown? Like, you need to know that people are coming in that you are going to find attractive. Not John that lives down the street.
This is why I would never go to a party in England. Really,
Yeah.
I'm like, there has been good parties in England, but I don't personally go for them. I like people who don't know me.
Yeah,
I like people. I can be as free as I want, but I wouldn't go like sleep with fucking like a big party in Liverpool in the Shankly Hotel. Like, yeah, come on, everyone. No,
You
thank
would.
you. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't even sleep with anyone like that in Liverpool. It has to be abroad. It has to be like that. Love, everyone's
well, that's kind of what I thought. I'm abroad. No one knows me. This is like your time to shine. Do it. If you're going to do it here.
Yeah.
But then things went on in that club that I was uncomfortable watching. No, Sal, like
Go on,
serious.
Tell me some.
Like girls weren't enjoying it. So there's like different beds all around this pool and they have performances on and there's performances that go from one extreme to another. So like there'd be hot wax on one and then there'd be rope play on another and XYZ. I was working my way around the beds like, might get involved. Yeah. And then I heard this scream.
Oh, God.
From this girl who was not enjoying what they were doing to her. And no one stepped in to stop it.
Is there like a safe?
And that was my turn off gone.
Yeah.
Well, there should have been. There normally is when you walk into a club, they're like, safe words this, cover your phones up. There's a protocol.
Yeah.
Was not. I knew I wasn't safe queuing up. I just thought there's no bouncers here that I think you'd be able to take somebody off me. They were all 5 foot nothing. I'm 5'10". I'm a big girl. And there was other men that were very big, and I just thought this is not a safe environment.
You shouldn't have gone in if you do feel like that. I'd say, but it's good. Curiosity killed the cat in that kind of retrospect, and you wanted to. And if you've had a good experience the day before and all that, I find sex parties just totally depends on the people that are in. I mean, we had some really amazing like times in Tulum, like with really cool people. There's no jealousy. It's really beautiful. Like obviously because I'm bisexual as well. You're bisexual, which is really good and interesting when you're in a party because you've got the whole room. Everyone. And all of you. But it is an amazing taboo that people kind of deem as dirty when really it's not. Like I think in people's heads are thinking, oh, she's gone back to her hotel room and had sex with like loads of people, but it's not even like that.
And this is the thing. I want to break the stigma, and I want to open a new world that people don't actually see because they're so scared and they just think, oh, it's all like porn.
But they just care about what people think. This is the point. I think if you looked at people's Pornhub like categories that they look at.
Search history.
Like fucking,
don't look at mine.
Don't not look at mine. But honestly, every time there's a Dorothy Perkins sign DP, I'm like, dude, every time I come into Liverpool, there's a big Dorothy Perkins sign. I'm driving through and it says DP and I'm like, oh, I get it.
Just to clarify for the people, what is DP?
Double penetration.
Well done.
Front and back. But every time I look at DP, the way Dorothy Perkins
I'm never going to be able to drive faster. I will do that.
Never look at Dorothy Perkins the same way again, honestly. I mean, there is other brands, obviously, out there. All right, let's go back onto what we were speaking about. Let me just find my next thing. Oh, so I told my audience, my audience on Instagram thing,
Your
and
fans.
TikTok, my fans, they're probably there just to troll me, but like, no, I told my people.
Your people?
My people. Can this girl shut up?
Sorry. It'll be horrendous to edit.
All right. No, this is probably going to be in the main cut. You just taking the piss out of me. So I told the people off my Instagram to ask me some questions for you. So can I ask you some questions and let's see what they say?
Go for it.
Let's get my old school book.
Oh God, we love a piece of paper and pen.
We do love it. Okay. First question from Anonymous, because I did see, the funny thing is I said to everyone, message me your questions about sex. Didn't realise people were really going to tell me about their actual sex lives, and I know who they are. So your names won't get used on this. So I'll say, Mrs. Anonymous says, why can't most men really please women sexually? What is the reason for that?
Half of them don't know where the fucking G-spot is.
They don't even know where the clitoris is, babe.
And I think with a guy, I love
Someone
this question.
rubbed the top of my stomach the other day. They were rubbing the top of my stomach.
How did that work?
I was like, oh yeah. I just thought, I don't even want to tell them.
This is the problem. This is the problem. Communication, guys.
I was like, yeah, it's amazing.
So now he's going to go rub everybody else's stomach and you've set him up.
He's probably been rubbing stomach since he was about 17.
So change that.
Oh my God. Okay, so what? So we've got to tell them when they're not doing it right. That's the communication thing.
Communication. You have got to have that clear line of communication with anyone you go into a sexual relationship with.
Yeah.
You've got to know each other's boundaries, what turns each other on, and it's all part of foreplay. Foreplay is massive, especially for women.
I love foreplay.
And men can just knock a wank out and be done in 2 minutes. I mean, I can be done in 20 seconds,
myself.
but we have to be mentally stimulated at the same time. Men
bored.
don't. Well, you get bored of foreplay?
No, I can get bored of the shit. I really get bored. I'm like, and because I've got ADHD and my mind runs off, so I'm like, oh, what have I got to do tomorrow?
Yeah, thinking about
that drink, that top would look nice with them pants. And they're rubbing my stomach. And I'm like, oh, remember, oh.
Exactly.
All right, next question. Thank you for clearing that one up. So men, start like researching more. Okay, what is the best turn on for a woman? A woman.
What's the best turn on for a woman? This has clearly come from a man.
This has definitely come from.
No, right. There's no roadmap to a woman's vagina. Everybody's different.
Yeah.
What turns me on might not turn you on, vice versa.
Yeah.
Take the time to learn a female's body.
Or your female's body.
Yeah.
And you'll know. you know, I mean,
Huge
this
thing.
comes back to the first question. If the girls communicated more and didn't go, they'd know more. So we're all miscommunicating and everyone's having
And
shit
we're
sex.
faking it to try and please them and their fucking ego.
Yeah.
When really they need teaching.
Yeah, but sometimes if I've had a long night, I just think, come, will you? Because like honestly,
Oh,
I'm so
God.
bored, and I'm like, I'm gonna come. There's no cum coming out of me.
Yeah,
I'm just
no.
lying. Just
Yeah.
come. I'm just bored. Right. Okay. So sorry. Sorry to anyone watching this. Sorry, Mum.
Yeah, sorry, Mum.
I
Sorry,
would say
Dad.
sorry to my dad, but I don't really know him. I'm really sure.
Oh, God.
Sorry, Dad. I do know him. I do.
Question.
Okay. Okay, next one. Right. 19 years with my husband. When I ride him, he comes, but I can't feel a thing. I'm not getting satisfied, but he is.
Okay, there's so many sex toys that can help her.
Okay, well, what?
So you can get cock extenders.
Dude, that's gonna go.
You can. And
Okay.
obviously have that discussion with him. Be
Yeah.
open and honest about it. He obviously loves that position.
Yeah.
So he's going to do anything to make you love that position as well.
Okay.
It is going to feel
What
nice for
about
him.
cock vibrator? So it's stimulating the clitoris as well at the same time.
Dependent on where she comes from. If it's vaginal stimulation she likes or if
Mine's
it's clitoris.
clitoris.
Is it always?
Yeah, always has to be. I can be in.
A lot of women are
I
like
feel
that.
like this has gone very, very intimate. very, very.
It was
sudden.
always going to be
I was
intimate
like,
with me.
yeah, sex therapist on there. Now I'm talking about my intimate secrets. At least they might know. No, at least they might know now. Oh my God, take 372. Okay. Okay, the next question. I have a ridiculously high sex drive and it gets in the way of me settling down. Now that is a good question.
That's
this
a
is
good
the
question
best
because
question.
that's very relatable for me.
And for me.
Yes, very relatable.
Yeah.
I think you need to know how you stimulate yourself. If you wake up in the morning and you need to get that out of the way, do it.
Do it.
Do it. Last thing on the night. And I think if you find the right person, they will level up to you. You'll come to an agreement where it's like, okay, and you want to have sex with them
Yeah.
and they're okay with you going and playing with yourself if they don't want to.
If you aren't on the same sex drive, there's no way it's work. Because sex is one of the most important things within a relationship. Because we are mating. We are animals. We like to have sex. We like to eat. We like to sleep. We like to do other things, but they're my main things I like to do. But so if someone isn't gonna be on my sex drive, then it's not.
Yeah, and just keep making sure you please yourself.
And keep making it fun and
It's
exciting
not
and
illegal.
different.
I think this is the problem. People go into a relationship and it's like, you can't watch porn anymore. You can't play with toys. I'm not touching those toys. I should be enough. Absolutely, you are enough. But if something is going to enhance it, why not?
I know. I mean, men should be more up for different things. Can you remember the conversation about pegging you had with me?
This was in Marbella, wasn't it?
We went to Marbella together and I had never heard, honestly, I'd never heard of half of the stuff that she used to talk about. And remember you telling me about pegging?
Yeah.
Now, so if you don't know what pegging is, do you want to explain that, Jordan?
Pegging is where the female puts on a strap-on and fucks the male. This was the exact reaction she had.
And
I was like,
still now,
Sally,
I still
have you
haven't
ever
pegged?
pegged?
No, and I still haven't pegged anyone.
Haven't you? Does that not
No.
intrigue you?
No one's ever let me peg them. They let me put a
Fair
finger and then
enough.
they fucking start.
Fair enough.
Okay, so everyone always wants to settle down. That's all you see, like TikTok, Instagram. You know, we're all looking for that other person. As humans, we try and we're trying to find that partner and that yin to our yang. And what I find difficult in this day and age is social media and the fact that everyone thinks the grass is greener. And I think people think of putting people sex is so important and they've got more sex to get. You know what I mean? Like, so if they look at someone's Instagram with someone in a bikini and then like, oh, will they be better? Will they be better? Everyone wants to upgrade. What do you think you need to do to keep a healthy sexual relationship as a couple?
Keep having sex.
Well, obviously. But what would you say, like, if you were starting to get bored? If what
Spice it up. I think the worst thing for a couple is to have that same time, same day, same place.
Missionary
Yeah,
shit sex.
like same room in the house. That's the only room you have sex in. You have to keep it exciting. That is the only way you will feed each other.
But what would you say with people with like young families and kids and, you know, because not everyone can just go and like have shag while they're doing the dishes. Like we've got kids running around. Like I've got a 12 and a 6-year-old. It would be hard for me to just go and have sex anywhere.
Absolutely. They go to school. They go to school. There is a time period where those kids aren't awake. They're not there.
And make time, you're saying.
Make time,
and stop using excuses.
Exactly. If you want to go in the car and have a quickie, do it.
Yeah.
Like,
I love car sex.
Yeah.
Change
and
the scenery.
The kids are going to be safe watching telly while you just nip into the garage.
I don't know if we should promote that.
Let's promote that.
Let's always look after kids. But I understand what you mean. Like, sometimes just make time. You take them to the grandma's house, go out, have sex in daring places. You know, I mean, go to the local, like drive up to the local quiet place and have a little romp.
The doggy lane.
Everyone's
got a dogging lane.
No, I don't know if I want to go the dogging lane. There is one, but I'm just dreading the people that would be surrounding my car around here. Oh. No, but yeah.
Make time. Seriously, make time for one another. And foreplay stops when your last sexual encounter happened.
Okay.
So it's mentally, it's sexting each other.
Dressing up.
It's getting each other excited. It's knowing what each other's fantasies are and not being obsessive over it, but fulfilling that role for your partner. You want to make them happy.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And like making things a little bit spicy, like even if you wanted to like order a girl in.
No. I mean,
that's very
if that
spicy.
is where your relationship is, then yes.
I always think that would be so sick. I just always, every time I'm drunk,
I don't know why we're not together.
I know. Every time I'm drunk, I'm like, whoever I'm seeing, I'm like, shall we ring someone? Like,
See, this is another thing. I think now I've left the polygamous side of it. I'm way more monogamous.
Oh, yeah.
So just someone coming in when I want them to come in. I don't have to date them, go out with them, do whatever. I just want them there when I want them there, and then they can go.
Me and my best friend the other day was so drunk, and we were on what is it? Adult Works looking for a girl. I was like, I'll treat you to a girl.
And did you get
she
one?
woke up the next day, no, she didn't fancy anyone. And the one who said she was life and soul of the party wasn't working. She was like very life and soul. The next day she woke up, she was like, were you really trying to order me? I was like, we wanted to spice up our friendship even. I took her to my best friend, I took her lesbian virginity. Because one day she was like, I haven't had sex with a girl. I was like, do you want to? So we got drunk. She wouldn't mind me saying this story. No one knows who she is. But we got drunk one night and I was like, come on then, I'll have sex with you. We had sex.
Love that.
She loved it.
See, this is exploration. Like, why not? There's no yes and no's. There's no rule book to anything. It's whatever you're comfortable with. And then girls like us can just do those things though, and then it's never spoken about.
It's because we don't care about what people think. I think
but a lot of people are different.
Because people are from like, I've lived all over the world and I've travelled a lot and I've been around different cultures and different people. And I think I'm less caring about what people would think in my city where I live. Whereas if girls who've lived here all their lives and they only know their circle of friends, they're going to be more, oh my God, what are they going to say? And I understand that.
It's judging.
It's
people
judging.
Judge a lot.
But they probably judge as well, do you know what I mean? So it's just about getting us out of the habit in judging women and trying to empower each other, because when a lad does it, he's a hero. When a girl does it, she's a slag. I mean, we've got to stop slut shaming each other. Definitely. So just to bring it to an end now, because I know we've gone on and we could probably have chatted all night. So yeah, and just to keep everyone still in the game and focused, so everyone comes back to my next episode or is not still here, I'll ask you one last question.
Yeah.
If you could speak to your younger self, what would you say to her?
I'm a Pisces, right? So I'm a chameleon. And I'll adapt to certain situations, but to the extremities where I'll mold myself to be a certain way to please somebody else. I would 100% say to myself, stand your ground, be you, and don't mold into what somebody else wants you to be.
That's really true words.
And I think I've only just realised that now.
It's crazy. I don't think anyone fully learns about themselves until forever. I think you're constantly learning new stuff. And it's just about taking what you learn and really using it and not making the same mistakes
Yeah.
over and over again.
Exactly.
But Jordan, you've been absolutely amazing on this podcast. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I can't wait to now finish. Go and get a glass of wine with you.
Yes.
And get some food. But thank you so much for driving all the way
Thank
down.
you.
And have good luck with Bali and your new adventures. And I love you so much. And thank you so
I love
much.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. If you think you'd be a great guest on my show, have a great story, been through trials and tribulations, maybe you've been through trauma and got through it, and you think you can help other women with your experiences, then please DM me. I'd love to have you on the couch, sit, have a chat, and come on to the podcast. We're all here to help each other, and girls should stick together. So make sure you message me, DM me, and we can get you on the show.